What's going on, guys? I've got the Ronin SC, and you might remember that I hate gimbals. I love gimbals, but I could never find the perfect one. I think I finally found the perfect travel photography or travel vlogging gimbal for me anyway. The Ronin SC just came out. I've had it for a month, and I absolutely freaking love it. So we're in Ubud. We're gonna explore some locations. I'm gonna film some footage on it, gonna talk about it, and yeah, that's what's gonna happen today. So I'm back at the villa with the Ronin SC. Please ignore this strange looking lady in the background. And ignore any strange sounds. There's just a bunch of random sounds at this villa, so ignore that. We had lots of fun at the market shooting some footage. We're gonna shoot more footage in this video, so stay tuned for that. But I kinda wanna talk about a couple things before we go out and do that. The first thing is, I should mention that this is not a sponsored video by DJI. I paid full price for this. I'm not being paid for this video. I just like this gimbal. I actually love this gimbal. In fact, I had the Ronin S, and I loved that gimbal as well. It was just way too big and heavy to use as a vlogger. As a filmmaker, sure, it was probably fantastic. But when you're holding the thing out like this, talking to yourself, you either get really strong or you cry like a baby, and I cried. And I always said if DJI came out with another gimbal like the S, but smaller and lighter, that I would buy it instantly. So when I caught news of the DJI Ronin SC, I bought it. In fact, I think I purchased it before like any real announcement actually happened because I caught like a rumor and I was waiting on the website until the page went live. That being said, this video is sponsored by squarespace.com. If you're looking for a place for your like photography portfolio or your videography portfolio, head over to squarespace.com/Brendan Vanson and you can get a discount on your first purchase. Squarespace has a lot of really cool templates that make it really easy for you to create your own website, build your own portfolio, whether it's photography or video. In fact, there's lots of templates that have some really cool video features, so it's not all about photography. Now, back to the video. The Ronin has obviously an app and a lot of functionality that connects to the phone, and there's things I love about it, there's things I don't love about it, and then there's things I don't use. So let me talk about those super quick as I open the app. So one of the things I love about the app is the ability to do motion time-lapse. So when we were in the market, I did one motion time-lapse. You can set the parameters right in the app if you're connected to the Ronin, and you can basically create a time-lapse that starts at one position and slowly moves down to another. And that's done all through the app. It's even easier if your phone connects to your camera. So the Ronin connects to, for example, the Canon EOS R, or basically every Fuji and Sony camera, I believe. Something I don't use in the app that I probably wish I did is what they're calling Active Track Pro. And it's kind of like in the drones. In like the Mavic Pro, if you're flying, you can create a circle, draw a circle around a person or an item in your frame, and then as you fly the drone, it'll keep its focus on that part. So it allows you to create really cool tracking images, or in the case of the gimbal, it allows you to stay focused on your subject. I think it has a lot of potential for things like hyperlapse, for example. If I put the active track onto, I don't know, a building, and then I move sideways or forward, it would create a hyperlapse effect that could be really cool. But that being said, because I'm a vlogger and not really a filmmaker, I don't hook up my phone to the camera. It's just too much weight and it's just too much overall. So I don't use that feature. One thing that I'm kind of so-so, I don't really love about the app and about the Ronin SC in general, is whenever you add a new lens or you change your lens or you change the balance of the gimbal, you have to go in and auto-correct it. So once you set up a new lens, so I was shooting the 35 at the market, I've switched to my 17 to 40 now. When you do that, After you've done that, you have to go into the app, you have to click the motor parameters, and you have to click auto tune. And yeah, it doesn't take long to do. It just means that if you forget your phone at home and you're out shooting, you can't switch lenses. Obviously, the most important part of a gimbal is it smooth? So what we're gonna do right now is Greg's here with me, obviously helping, and we're gonna go and take my scooter, and I'm gonna drive, and we're gonna get Greg to film, and I'm gonna show you how steady it can make certain shots. So let's go do that. Arriba! Abajo! Arriba! Abajo! Arriba! Abajo! The road outside our villa has just been ripped up by construction, so it's really bumpy. So we're gonna do some tests on this. The first one, Greg's gonna jump on the back and he's gonna film from the back of the bumpy scooter so you can see what it looks like.
So how much cooler is my helmet than yours?
Yeah, Greg's helmet's way cooler than mine, just so you guys know. We're gonna do one more shot, and it's gonna be Greg off the, whatever you call this thing, the scooter, running. So he's gonna probably do two different things. He'll run in front of the scooter, and I'll try to drive into him. And then the other one is he'll run alongside it, just so you guys can see how it's bumpy. Because on a scooter, it kind of works like a natural, I guess a natural gimbal almost. But when you're running, you're gonna get that floppy motion of the jog. So yeah, let's do that now. Woo! Go. That was so much fun. As you can see, the Ronin SC totally handles bumps and bruises and a little bit of craziness. We're off to a temple now, so we're gonna jump in the bus and cruise there and do some more reviewing stuff. So we are at location number 3 for this video. I'm rocking my sarong, looking sexy, I know it. And yeah, I've got the Ronin ST here. And continuing things I love, things I don't love, and things I don't use. One thing I love about this is a feature that I think it was probably Zhiyun that did it first, is the locking mechanisms on the arms, so that when you're changing lenses or just balancing it, you can lock everything. Or when you're traveling, you can lock everything so things don't bounce around. A thing I don't like is down here, you have this one knob that loosens that part, and it actually controls two things. It controls the slide of the camera forward or backwards, and it controls this arm this direction. So it controls two things, and it's kind of frustrating sometimes because you'll be trying to balance one thing and then the other thing will slip out. But that being said, another thing I love about it is there's this other little knob here that works as a guide. So you can see it goes like this, and so when you set your camera up, if you use this lens a lot, you can go in and you can just slide this where it was, and lock it there. So that way, if you ever want to take your camera off, you can go like that, take it off, and then when you need to put it on a tripod to take a picture, you can do that. And you want to switch right back on to go back to the gimbal, you just go straight up to the guiding point, lock it in, and again, you're balanced right away without having to do anything. So a lot to love, a little bit to be, that could be a little bit better, but overall, best gimbal I've ever used. My favorite feature of the whole gimbal is the simplest feature, and it's something they had on the Ronin S, and it's just this trigger up front. And a lot of gimbals have this, but they work different in that the trigger unlocks it, whereas this locks the gimbal. So what I mean by that is if I don't have it pressed, it's free. But as soon as I press it, it locks it. So if I'm trying to get a really stable shot, I can just lock it without having to think about anything else. I just lock in and I can do that, and then I can carry on being normal. More as normal as I get. So for a shot like this, I want to do a dolly zoom of this statue here. I can just get it all lined up properly, lock it in, and move straight into it, and it'll be perfect. That's it for the video on the Ronin SC. I didn't get into specs in this video because I actually use this gimbal. I'm not just like reading specs off to you off the internet. I've been using this now for almost 2 months or a month since it's come out. I use it every single day. And I have to say, my overall review is there is no gimbal in the world better or anything that even comes close, to be honest. It's got the durability, it just works. It's easy to use, and best of all, it's super stable. So if you're looking for a Ronin, or if you're looking for a gimbal, yeah, the Ronin SC is definitely the one. Again, massive shout out to squarespace.com for sponsoring this video. Head over there, squarespace.com/BrendanVance, and if you want a discount on a new website. And if you want to see what other gear I use, there's a link in the bio. And I'll see you guys on the next episode, where I'm going to attempt to do a whole landscape photography video in one shot. I'll see you there. Peace, 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 peace.